New details: the man known as ChiefsAholic, convicted of robbing 11 banks across 7 states, stealing close to $1 million, was in a Tulsa County courtroom this morning.
Fox 23's Jenna James shows us what's next in the case now that he's back in the state.
Xavier Babudar requested new counsel on Monday morning. His jury trial is set for April 7th. We told you back in 2022, Xavier Babudar pointed a gun at a woman when police say he robbed the Tulsa Teachers Credit Union in Bixby. Previously, people knew him as ChiefsAholic for his love of the Kansas City Chiefs and the wolf costume he wore to games. In September, a federal judge sentenced him to 17.5 years in prison for robbing several banks across the Midwest. He's now back in Tulsa to face those state charges.
It took us a couple efforts trying to track him down and where he was going to be permanently housed. So the efforts were there. It took us a little bit, but I'm glad to have him back here.
District Attorney Steve Kunzweiler believes Babudar deserves harsh punishment.
I was very frustrated because it began in Bixby, right? This case began because Bixby law enforcement was able to identify this guy and capture him. We got a teller who's been definitely traumatized. I mean, anybody I've ever talked to who's ever had a gun pointed in their face, that's something they are never going to forget. Whether it's a real or imitation gun, to them it looks like a cannon. And so these are some tremendously traumatized folks. There's a reason why I think a robbery is just a half a second away from a homicide.
Babudar is charged with robbery, using a dangerous weapon, and assault while masked. Although his jury trial is set for April 7th, Babudar will be back here on January 24th, where he faces charges in a separate case for removing his ankle monitor. At the Tulsa County Courthouse, covering news that matters, Jenna James, Fox 23 News.
Babudar is being held without bond inside the Tulsa County Jail because he is previously convicted of federal charges already.